Hello, 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 and welcome back to another trek through the dungeon. You know, it occurs to me that I should probably check the volume and the video quality, but who cares? So it's been a while since last time I did a video. It's been a long while actually, and I blame a few things for that. Not the least of which though is the ICU, which has been keeping me super busy. But you know, good things come with patience and time. Also, been playing a bunch of other games. My Netrunner has taken off yet again, and I played a whole bunch of Android Netrunner, both on computer as well as in real life, but mostly in real life. Still need to actually get around to actually recording some vids of Octagon or just kibitzing. It's a lot of fun. Um, that's the one. I've also picked up Terraria dropped a new content patch. I did a bunch of that. Gemcraft, don't ask. I've sunk almost 40 hours into. Also been doing a bunch of Elite Dangerous, and with my triple monitor setup, I've obviously been doing a fair amount of gaming, which uses all the screens, which isn't super conducive to recording because you record on 3 screens. I mean, come on, you need a 3 screen on receiver, I suppose, to properly view it. So what's the point? Um, but I did pick up this PS3 iToy camera, and it looks like it's working okay. If I look cross-eyed every now and then, it's because I'm looking at the left and right screens, and I have stuff up on those. But hopefully, it won't happen too much because I'll be playing a game. So before jumping right back into my Spriggan Stabber, I honestly don't want to lose him. I'd rather make a throwaway character that may or may not take off on its own, and so I actually did make Snaky Poo at one point, and he died because I'm dumb. Um, so let's try that again. I mean, y'all know my known predilection for preferring faster characters to slower ones, and any kind of movement buff IMO is just such a great starting tool. But let's see, what should we try? You can always go with my classic Deep Elf. It's actually not a horrible idea considering I have not put in a whole lot of miles on this version of the game. You know what? Let's make a dragon just for the fun of it and see. Well, let's see the list of aptitudes for a dragon, shall we? That's probably the better way to go. Because I do want to make a wizard right now, or a mage, I should say, a conjurator, a blaster caster. That's what I want to make. I want to make a blaster caster. Jesus, that didn't work at all. Let's see, draconian. So got the fighting talents here, Invo, Evo, neutral. Neutral on everything, including conjurations. So no real buffs there, so to speak of. Plus they've got armor limitations of varying stripes. It's not a very tempting opening. Who would make for an interesting conjurator? Oh, I know, we'll make a bird. Yeah, we'll make a Tengu. That's what we'll make. And we will call him, feathers, flight. Terra would be the prefix for wing, but since he lacks wings, and he's just, an enchanted flyer that doesn't use them, Aniptera? No, that doesn't sound clever at all. Pterales? That actually looks like it says something it doesn't say, which is perfect. And then we'll Pterales, and we'll run him as a Tengu, and Blaster Caster Conjurator, or Blaster Caster Wizard with Mephitic Cloud. I'm always going to lean towards Mephitic Cloud Blink as an opening setup, and especially when going with a, how does my classic character work in New Crawl? That's what I'm going to do. So let's master Conjurations, turn off spellcasting initially, and just go with a defense skill, dodging. Take my chances on a few cursed items initially, just to get a weapon in my hand. My health is not going to like this for very long. Whipping him to death barely worked. Ooh, helmet. Oh, right. So, what does my body structure prohibit? boots. I will never get boots with this character. But I will get permaflight at some point with a swiftness buff tied into it. And inherent ability to fly, obviously. Oh, let's hide from the snake, hide from the goblin, and in trying to hide, I ended up in combat with both. Okay, perfect. We can hide from a bat and pull away in the meantime. Perfect. Keep hiding. There we go. That was awful. Definitely trade the whip for a dagger. Or sorry, a sword. Any kind of short blade. Something that doesn't require quite as much dexterity to pilot well. Although my dex isn't awful. You know, I should actually just re-look up all of the ratios at some point for to hit versus to damage. Maybe they've changed. Oh, crap! Should not have aggroed him. That was a mistake. And I'm trying to make up for it by getting all my mana back before I turn around to fight him. There we go. Int, Mephitic Cloud and is a must, and Blink is a maybe. I don't have the mana to blink efficiently at this stage, but knowing me, I'll wind up in a situation where Blink will save my life, so let's do this. We'll go with Blink. The only other choice there would have been Conjure Flame, and I obviously can't reliably do that either. Not having to worry about hunger in the casting cost is great. Holy Wrath Dagger. I'll take it. That will absolutely be wonderful for dealing with imps, and imps are a real annoyance at this stage of the game, so. Pull back. Wherever there's a jackal, there's usually another. Extending that logic, wherever there's another, there's usually another. They come in packs of 3 or 4. All flesh is edible. Thank God. Ooh, Dagger of Speed is just straight better in most situations for me than Dagger of Stabby Stab. One attempt at Mephitic and then we escape. We succeeded with Mephitic, so I'm willing to take my chances to poke around just a little bit longer, pull Ijib, and then get out of here. Unfortunately, I got really stuck. And more unfortunately, the dog is not confused. There we go. Swiftness is finally able to be used as I run for it. Shoot him whenever I have an air gap. It was admittedly a chance that I didn't need to take. You know what? Blink. The blink, of course, is not going to work because I have a low casting capability. That was awful. But yeah, I didn't have to take the chance on a melee range Mephitic. And I just realized that the video hasn't recorded anything I've done, so hang on. See if I can fix this. Probably not. Knowing my luck. No. XSplit is just not picking it up. Let's see if, there we go. That worked. So, how to deal with this? I think what I'm gonna do will probably work out best is I'll put a link in the beginning of the video to where the actual video starts. And we'll just accept that sometimes I screw up and I haven't even been looking left at all to realize the recording wasn't coming out alright. Though it's good that I have a multi-monitor setup or I wouldn't have even noticed it now. That looks like it's fixed. It looks like it's updating in real time. Okay, good. That's embarrassing as heck that I didn't notice that sooner. Alright, well, off we go. I retreated up the stairs, I believe, and left Ijib somewhere around here. Kill some enemies for food. Fully regen, and then try to find Ijib again. Can't have gotten that far. Nothing, nothing. Nothing. Alright, well, screw it. Down we go. Different door than last time, obviously, to minimize the odds of just running into Sigmund again. Tag, come after me. Okay, very good. Very good. Kill some stuff, poke out. Are you confused? Sigmund the Dreaded. You know, I don't think I've ever actually read his thingamabob, his flavor text. Carrying bewildered and confused. Good. So we will take our chances keeping him perma-confused and stabbing him a few times. And we succeeded. For our troubles, we've earned a ring, which I will wear. It's a stealthy ring, which is cool. And I'm going to leave his scythe behind. Whatever it wasn't good enough to keep him safe from a few turns of confusion against my dagger, so it's probably not worth carrying for me as a sky weapon. Oh, what do we got here? Resist corrosion. That's a reasonable amulet. I hear corrosion is really bad right now. It's much more painful in the acute than it used to be. Clarity is even better, though. It allows me to do melee range mephitics, and given my predilection for putting myself in situations where that's necessary, that's almost a must-have. Let's boom, 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 boom. Eat. Run, run, run. Next floor. Ooze, ooze, ooze. Ooze is down. Nothing to eat. Restore. Next floor. You know what? I still don't have Conjure Flame. I'm gonna fix that right now. What the shit just happened, and why did I take so much damage? Because I miscast, and that was not in fact a new sprite for Conjure Flame. That was a Fire Vortex hostily summoned to punish me for the miscast. Well, fuck me. I'm glad I didn't die. That would have been annoying. And a clear case of just not recognizing new graphics. Or in my case, recognizing it was a different graphic and assuming that was just a new graphic. Shadow Swirl. 3 hostile summons. Let's just step away, confuse, and then just run off. They can't stay alive very long, I'm sure. Well, they're pretty durably summoned, huh? Either that or I was a lot less time than it felt like. We're gonna keep going like we're doing. Conjurations is fine. I'm assuming that all of these are coming slightly more castable turn by turn. There's really no reason not to fully heal before moving. In theory, it can save you a token amount of hunger status. In practice, so what? Food is of plenty. If they've significantly altered the total amount of permafood in the dungeon, it's not something I've noticed as of yet. Okay, you know what? I'm taking very heavy damage and not getting a lot of danger, dishing a lot back. Let's just get out of there. Stay here. Pick things off for a bit. Alright, get some food. And there's the thing. Okay, so it's nice that if you look at the chunks listed below, they've taken all the different kinds of, you know, elephant chunks, orc chunks, etc. designations, and just replaced it with chunk, period. So, or is there like a size to it as well? I don't know. So they stack very nicely, and thanks to no weight limitations and infinite stacking, that issue of you butcher stuff and now you can't deal with it is no longer a problem. I am wearing clarity, right? Okay, good. So all these warnings about entering Mephitic shouldn't be that relevant to me. Unless they've added a fail chance to that protection, in which case, yeah, let's just get out of here. We've got a snake on our ass, and I'm heavily poisoned. Curing, I did in fact luck out and find, so great, let's get out completely. Read the scrolls you have the most of. Remove curse. Tele, random, hell, just read all the singletons too. ID, we'll ID a potion, and magic map. Okay, great. Speaking of magic map, ooh, there is a secret area here. A special way to get to a berserker's altar, but I don't need it. Of all the backgrounds my Tengu might, or all the builds my Tengu might try, of all the deities my Tengu might try, there's literally no way my Blaster Caster Mage is going to get significant benefit going over to Trog. Blast you. At that point, it would just no longer be a Blaster Caster. Random Cloak is decent. Boost my AC, no penalty. Fail to confuse once, successfully to confuse the second time. Kill him. We are still training dodging, yeah? Okay, good. That has to keep getting trained. Honestly, Conjuration's +3, there's no reason not to make it go higher. And is Fire good? Fire is a +1, Air is a +1, so we'll basically enhance the two schools right now that we're using, Mephitic Cloud via Air and Conjure Flame via Fire. So I just split my intention across 4 schools, which is a no-no, so we'll drop defense for the moment and just focus on the offense. And then we'll go back around. Oh, speaking of which, boom, boom. It's gonna have to be Sif or Vehumet because I don't want to experiment too much. I'm more trying to see if my build works in this new system. And the Lord of Storms Azlal is a definite no-no. I don't even know what the sacrifice god is like. That's the one that looks like balance scales. Yeah, no, we're just going Vehumet for now. I mean, you know, keep it simple. If I die, I'd like to die in a familiar territory right now rather than experimenting with something new. Especially when I'm running what, in my mind at least, is just my standard build. Though even my standard build I haven't used in so long. Shit, I just walked out in the middle of that and got caught. Kill the adder, but after that we're gonna back up and get some mana back. Sniping things as I run. Short Sword of Venom actually is probably better for me than Dagger of Speed. Dagger of Speed, it is a dagger, right? Yeah, Dagger of Speed is a fantastic stabber's weapon, and this damage that I deal to enemies inside of Mephitic Cloud is partially stab damage often enough, but without training weapon skill, and I intend to leave my weapon skill almost entirely, if not entirely, untrained, being able to stack poison on things as they stay mephitic, and then retreat to regenerate my health knowing that their poison stacks remain, is probably more useful. Now granted, losing the speed means that I get less shots in while they're mephitic to land damage, but especially when their AC starts to go up even a little bit, that this is all going to matter a lot less. The tipping point of extra non-magical damage, yeah, the tipping point of extra damage I deal against my mephitic targets is going to become less and less relevant, not more and more relevant. Alright, and yes, next floor. Well, you managed to poison me, not the other way around. Let's do this. Book of Dreams should have at least one useful thing in it. Flight is good. And Sorcerer's Hibernation is really good for certain builds, but I'm not going Stabber. And, well, I should still consider it, but I'm probably not going to go that route in the end. Oh, I already have a hat. Got it. I was wondering why I saw 2 hats, and I was like, because I already picked one up. Drop the basic weapons at this point. I'm clearly using fancier stuff than that. Stab and shoot. There we go. Perfect. Stabs. Or rather, stack poison. Run. Whoa. The Singing Sword. I have to assume by its title that it's a non-stealthy weapon You know, it sings. +7/+7 is very good aptitudes, at least early on for a weapon, and it's a long sword of some variety. Oh, you know what? I've had that thing before. Yeah. I don't know if it sings so much or if it's just a chatterbox, but it definitely talks a lot. We're gonna drop a fire and then fail to mephitic twice, and now we're just gonna run because we're standing our ground way too long here. If we can fire in this doorway, we can. Perfect. Let's get out before bad things happen to me. Shit. That qualifies as a bad thing. And that's another bad thing. And that's a miscast of mephitic, which forces me to run for my life. If anybody picks up that sword, I'm in fucked up bad shape. I'm being flanked by another orc, so let's keep running. I could have sworn there was a teleporter here, but oh well. I can pull one orc and deal with him. Boom. Escape again with my life. It is taking an awful lot of energy to kill even basic enemies right now. Like, just a few orcs. Well, I guess I miscasted Mephitic 3 times. That'll slow down any early game characters. Hell, just the phrase miscasted 3 times will slow down just about any character, period. I'm only seeing 2 downstairs. Am I missing one? One? Oh, yeah, there's 3. There's the other one. Cool. Yeah, at full mana I feel a lot more potent. As well I should. You know what? Let's memorize Flame Tongue. I'll take that gift. It's a D. That's fine. For close-up situations where where total damage dealt is relevant, it deals more damage per hit or overall. Holy Wrath, bringing it out just to deal with the imp. And where are we at for memorizing capabilities? Mephitic is down to 10%, probably on account of the air magic buff, so we'll keep that going a little bit. I want that to go. Mephitic Cloud is getting cast so often, it would behoove me to get it to the best score I can. I can't deal with this any other way. I either go closer or stay put. So take a step closer. Confuse. Close the door. Confuse. Close the door. Confuse. Close the door. Close the door. Confuse. Poison and kill. Close the door. I had to burn my last healing potion and it only bought me 1 turn. So that's not... I'm not exactly happy with the way things are going, but it keeps asking me about entering these clouds of noxious fumes. I don't think that I'm vulnerable when I'm under clarity, but maybe I am? You know what, let's see if clarity itself, the amulet, answers the question. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, it looks okay. It doesn't mention specifically, at least, that it sometimes fails. Cursed Ring of Teleport is too awful to even contemplate having to wear. We will remove it at once. But we'll keep the item handy in case there's ever a situation where I need to teleport and I don't care where to. Well, I need to teleport, but I don't care how long it takes. Because that might save me a teleport scroll. Ah! Snuck up on the centaur and then shoved a thingy down him. This is just an ooze. It looks like an acidic, corrosive slime, but it's not. What's that? A spore? Oh, okay, just a spore. Yeah, that looked like some kind of ball of light, maybe? I don't know. Definitely hanging back. Alright, a couple things down. How are we on our spells of choice? Mephitic is to 8%, Conjure Flames to 2. We can hold back on further airing for the time being. Instead, throw a point or 2 into poison just to, you know, really finish off the Mephitic tree. Several wands, none of which I can afford, and none of which I really care about. Wait, I can afford all of them. Why are they all grayed out? Oh, because they're all empty. So this is just for the sake of IDing a wand. None of these are necessarily that important to ID by reading the wand. I can always just use the damn thing to figure out what they are. So I'm just gonna hold off. Like, it's not like there's a teleport or a heal wounds wand there or something. We're gonna pick up the corpse, which we can't do apparently anymore, and we're just gonna run away. And then, when they're nice and deep in the tunnel, we'll set up a firewalk. Or not firewalk, sorry, a fire barricade. And mass throw confusion inside. Step forward or run away, your choice. And then we're just gonna run away because mana is getting low. Knowledge of shock, I'll pass. This is gonna get ugly, and I'm not close enough to Flame Tongue, so confuse. Flame Tongue, kill it. Eat. Ooh. Okay, there we go, we made it. Those two steps where you approach a centaur are terrifying. It's that kind of thing that makes you even wish you were playing Dithmengos and could, you know, have reduced vision by all enemies as well as yourself, so you wouldn't have to worry about sneaking up on things that were out of range. But I'm pretty sure you get +1 range with Vehumet eventually, so there's that too. We're just gonna Mephitic and then kill you. Blah 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 blah. Shoot you. Shoot you too. Nothing to do there. Nothing to do there. Bread. Chunks of stuff. What the hell? Let's see how we do in armor. It's a cold resist armor that makes... Actually, everything is still pretty castable that was castable before. Mephitic is a little off, and... Yeah, no, that's fine. In fact, we're gonna go ahead and start training leather armor up then, so that we can just wear leather armor proper. At least for a while. Also, for the love of God, please get blinking to a reasonable place, and if that means investing in T-Lock a little while, so be it. Alright, let's see. Kill the priest. Ah, crap! See, this is why we needed the ability to blink on demand reliably. What wands do we have? Random and random. Quaff a potion of haste to counteract the slow effect. Mephitic off everybody who can be forced to bail. Hit teleport. Curing is going to be key. Boom. I burned a lot of resources for that mistake, and unfortunately, it isn't enough. I'm still going to be found here in this little hidey hole of mine. I'm not yet ready to deal with a water moccasin without, in the open. Certainly not when he has support. And I'm being followed by something. A pain imp. What are you talking about? All imps are a pain. Back in the open where the water moccasin hit me. I still have the Pterales scrolls, so next time I see a water moccasin, I'll know to hit him earlier. I'll wake everybody up with a Mephitic. Need to be flame tonguing on these vulnerable targets at close range. Can't afford to just have business go on as usual in that situation. There's the water moccasin. Let's see if I can... Yes, set up a barricade. Oh my god, he went right through the flame and I wasn't paying attention. If I had just held my ground, he'd be dead. But yeah, see, using Flame Tongue made all the difference there. Yeah, I'll hit the alarm now. I'm ready to take on most of the denizens of this floor. And if not, I can always go upstairs. Okay, it faded. Alright, sweet, next floor. Steamy Dragon? Took a while, but went down. Int goes up. Definitely going to begin with Mephitic, but we won't forget that we can absolutely use all of our abilities, not just the one. Mephitic is getting improved. Great. Keep the Flame Tonguing going. Flame Tongue is absolutely doing good things for my DPS. Let's bring these guys forward a little. Those wishing to die, please form a orderly line. Kind of thing. Ring. Fair enough. Poke you a few times before the ring becomes an issue. I do have resist cold on this armor. It's nice. Ring of Protect Magic is also nice. Toss a Mephitic in there just to smooth my path. Close the door behind me. Yes, for the love of God, I'm not afraid of those things. I'm kind of sort of invincible compared to them. Throw Frost I will pass on. Because once you start training one elemental, hot or cold, it's hard to go the other direction. Doesn't mean it's impossible. If you have a good reason to, by all means, but, you know, you better be able to show your notes with MLA citations and all that as to your reasons. Confused enemies, stack a few rounds of poison, watch them die. Oh, that's a Goliath beetle. Don't melee a Goliath beetle. See, just that one stack of poison will probably be enough to really set me up to win that. Vehumet is aiding my destructive magics. Presumably means either reduced miscast or greater power buff. Either way, I'm happy. Stealth isn't that important. Yeah, but being at -5 strength is awful, so just ditch that ring, please. And we'll go back to wearing the ring of not useless. That looks like an altar to a deity. Though to be fair, I don't recognize which deity. This is Dithmengos, Lord of Shadows. Makes sense. There was a staff down there, I believe. I'll take a peek at it. Staff of Fire. Boost my fire spells, including Flame Tongue. That's a kind of sort of win for me. And of course, the damage it deals in melee will probably be boosted. At least it used to be boosted by how high my fire skill is. I don't know if that system ever got changed. Presumably it did at some point, but we'll see. There's some stuff here, huh? Nothing I care about. So I just gotta... If ever I needed a reason to continue training fire, this could very well be it. Let's back off. Let's just back off. There's no reason to get stuck in a war that we can win but don't have to. And as things chase me according to their speed, I thin out the pack. Are you immune to fire or just resistant or... Nope, just cold, so my fire spells are hitting just as hard as they should be. Let's hide in the corridor, or sorry, in a cubby and see if anybody is eager to take me on at full health and full mana. Got 'em all. Got 'em all. It's a nice spot to fight in, honestly. It's nice and hidden. Probably gonna need... Oh, crap, you're poisoned. Okay, let's get out of line of sight of that guy. And just shoot him dead. The ability to fire poisoned projectiles could very well prove key for me at some point. You know, without spending mana, obviously. So we'll figure out when and how, and if I need that spell at some point in the future. Or sorry, that weapon at some point in the future. For the time being, we'll keep it just on principle. We're not wanting another kobold to pick it up. Short bow with evasion. Well, that explains why so much of my shots didn't hit him. That's good. Do the confuse. Okay, I got him too. Couple of nom-noms. And we are in good shape. Whoa, 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 whoa. Artifact ring mail is artifacty. I will try it on. It's just resist cold with a +1. What does it do to my spellcasting? Link becomes awful, everything else is okay. And we're still working on T-Lock? Yeah, okay. Poison magic, we'll turn that off. Where are we at? 2%? That's acceptable. We'll continue armor training to mitigate the penalty further and keep going. T-Lock I am gonna improve. Fuck me. If we kill him, it'll be great. But it's a freaking troll. Even confused, they can accidentally maul you and deal tons and tons of damage. There we go, we got him. Butchered him, and he left a hide, which I will carry with me. And I will check all of these scrolls to see if one of them is an enchant armor. No, but I'm willing to forget a spell, maybe? Nah, I like all these spells, that's fine. I'll let it fizzle. Fear. Enchant armor! Oh my god, luck is finally on my side. Troll leather, here we come. All spells are totally castable. Blink is even in a respectable range. We'll just get it more respectable. Keep training that armor. What's the negative on troll leather? It's an encumbrance rating of 4. Beautiful. So it's actually already what I would want it to be at. I think. Let me see how they explain it. Wearing armor of this type, blah blah blah, 4 AC, blah blah blah. Nothing else. Okay. Whatever. We're gonna lose the Holy Wrath Dagger, and the Scroll of Random Useless, and the Robe, and the other ring mails I've picked up, or other mails I've picked up. I'm not likely to use them. Off we go. Now, to be fair, since weight and encumbrance isn't a thing, penalties aren't a thing anymore, far less reason for me to ditch anything as I go. In practice, if you start carrying around enough crap, you start forgetting that you actually have valuables too. I don't intend to be any more aggressive about keeping my inventory and my house clean, but it'll be nice to be punished for it a little bit less. Back up. Emphitic. Kill the hound. See if we can shoot that invisible spot that we can't see. I do love that it keeps saying I see a surge of power because it's recognizing, you know, oh crap, the staff effect. Yeah, we're gonna drop some melee mephitics and just run to safety. This is a good spot to set up a firewall. Huh, get it? Firewall? Yeah, it's not that funny. And if you're willing to run into it like an idiot, well, so much the better for me. We're gonna run. That's one of those situations that can turn ugly quickly. I'm being chased, and I don't like it. We're gonna try this with the blowgun. Mostly because I'm trying to preserve mana for the time being. Yep, that totally worked. Recollect my ammo. Boom. Alright, so far so good times 2. We're just gonna burn you. Burn you. Who hasn't been burned by you. So I'll burn you back. Level up. Few basic magic darts. Great. Great. Shadow Imps, I'm pretty sure are vulnerable to fire. They are. And Issekundurun's Mystic Blast. It's a tempting offer. It's a great tier 2 spell. And I'm still very much on tier 1 spells, so, you know, it's a promising one. Issekundurun's Mystic Blast, in case for those who missed the messages, of whom it's offering me. But let's see what else I can pick up. Well, Bolt of Fire is a level 6, and it's perfectly reasonable if you don't pick up Fireball to go Bolt of Fire. So that could be my tier 2 spell, and I'll just use a very powerful Tongue of Flame until then to fill the void. So I am tempted to pass on IMB, Issekundur's Mystic Blast, especially because we are after the patch where Issekundur's Mystic Battlesphere was released, and that's just the way more mana efficient answer. For the price of like 5 mana, you get 3 or 4 IMB's worth of damage. Whereas IMB itself, Issekundur's Mystic Blast, has been nerfed into an AoE spell that does scaled wise less damage, since it's being dealt to multiple targets. But I generally used Issekundur's Mystic Blast for a single target damage nuke, So, yeah, we're not going to be getting the value added I want out of a spell like that. Switch to Croc, wake them up, and then start tonguing them. Where's that poison weapon? Stack some poison and then walk away and watch it die. Insects are particularly vulnerable to poison, at least they used to be, so that's always been a nice go-to to have in your back pocket. Okay, they're elephants. This greatly increases the odds of the lair being on this floor in my mental math. Pounded him with the stick in the head. So in my mind, it's even more likely now that the stick really does do what I thought it did, and applies my my current elemental damage to the damage formula. As you see, I nearly died testing that theory against a sheep, so off I go. Yeah, my attack rate is still probably just that of a standard stave user with no training, which is, well, not good. Not very good. Explains why a sheep got multi-strikes in for me and why I should not be engaging in signal combat, except of course for ritual reasons and purposes. Smack you around some. Do another one of the Mephidics. Let's actually charge in, if possible. Just nail you too. Confuse. How are we on mana? 8 left? Okay, that's plenty. We can work with these numbers. Yes, move into the cloud. It's fine. Okay, back away and confuse everybody. And then just back off. Hopefully, yep, we got one more kill out of it, which is great. Kill you and you. Butcher and eat. Block of the way. Blowgun. Oh, you stepped inside. You're dumb. I'm gonna firewalk you right to the end. Ah, crap. I shouldn't have taken that step. That was greedy. Poison, blow darts totally hit to land what I needed to damage-wise. I don't know what it is you're throwing. It looks like javelins. Yep, they are javelins. I'll take the javelins. I'm not going to use them, but I'll carry them until such time as I decide I don't need them anymore, and then I'll drop them. Got more enemies incoming. Back off. Scorpion is almost dead. Bee walks into a fire. Maurice is too clever to do the same. I'm gonna go fire on one side, and until he blinks, that's all I need to do. Blinks and goes invisible, I should clarify. Yep, he's just dead. And he shall be eaten. Sincerely hope he wasn't hoping we would spare his body, because I have no intention of doing so. What's this gonna be? Just more fire tongue. We're almost at the lair, and by extension, the end of this run for the time being. But it is good. It is heartening to see that my standard wizard build, if anything, has actually been buffed in this patch, not nerfed. Though obviously the prior nerfs from previous patches were still in place. Kills, money, more kills, confusion, a few more murders. Oh, that's a queen bee. Alright, let's just cast the confuse and get out. Wait for whoever is good enough to follow me to come join me, and then we'll beat them up in person. Whip out the dagger of venom, or short sword of venom again. We're gonna stack poison on the queen to take her down. Didn't take very long. So, we've just been offered Iron Shot by Vehumet. Iron Shot is an earthy conjuration, but it is a very potent ability. It tends to hit like a truck, and it's super single target damage. Problem is, if I take it, I'm stuck. That's all my spell levels. So we're gonna go ahead and do one of these. Turn off T-Lock at this point. If it's not good, it's not going to get great anyway. Drop conjurations to a normal trickle, and then actually focus spellcasting just for a few extra spell levels. It'll also help with, spellcast ability around the board and stuff, but the reason I'm doing it is because of the spell levels. We're obviously not going to be able to get all the way to my goals for crap. We're gonna do the blowgun, that way I don't have to get back into melee with it. Troll leather, gotta love it. Come here, Doessa. You are probably gonna be my last kill. Today, I mean. Obviously, there'll be more. Dagger, or short sword of venom. You died, Doan did not. Doan is confused. Not the least of which by your crazy hairstyle. Reconfuse him to make him stay that way, and then chase him down. We're still using the venom sword, right? Good. Okay, we got them both. Alright. Prince Ribbit, yeah, we'll deal with you shortly. Or rather, we'll deal with you rapidly, quickly, not shortly. Quickly. Firewalk would be ideal. It's not going to be possible, so we'll just set up a couple fire pits, and then hopefully dance the rest of them into something. Come on, pick a direction. Literally any direction will do. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. And it didn't mean a damn thing. Everybody died. We came out on the right side of the law. Back up and fire burn. Fire burn. Fire burn. Fire burn! Yay! And, oh my god, come on, man. I'm just trying to get downstairs and clear out this floor first. Is that really too much to ask? Apparently so. Mass confuse and step out. Okay, come to me, papas. You walked into the fire. Now sweep or reap the whirlwind. Okay, that's a clear. And this is what you were all guarding. There's a honeycomb on this floor. How quaint. It's not required, and it's really cool. In Pandemonium, you see a giant stack of food with generous, like, basic scrolls. Not anything fancy, but just survivalish goods. Alright, that's the floor. So we are off to the lair, which is where I'm going to call it the quits for today, but it's good to see that this build still, quote, has it. Alright, next time we continue, we'll be playing some other run possibly, or the same one, but we'll definitely be pressing forward one way or the other. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time!